my Apple password now so he can access Final Cut. Eric is stupid. I'm not giving it to him now. Like, I'm going to text in the middle of the show. Oh, no, I do have.
That's all been captured at the beginning of the show.
Oh, we started. Oh, shit. So anyway, it don't matter. It don't matter.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey, hey, hey! Oh,
check out the Marcus head, man. He should.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Oh, what is that picture on the left? Oh my God, the disgust on both ends. That's how I look every time I see them. Ugh. Oh my God, what a disgrace! What an absolute disgrace! Oh wow, there you go. Support. There is our headshot, and on back our resume, which means we've had 400 views or over 8,000 views or something, or minutes watched. I don't know. I don't have it all together. I didn't bring my facts. But Billie Kay, honestly, we keep putting the Billie Kay deserves better. She is getting treated better than her Peyton Royce, to be honest. Peyton Royce is nowhere.
yeah, but Pay Roy on herself.
Yeah, Pei did turn on her. So I still think I would prefer the underground story of Billie Kay being lost in the underground, coming out a straight up thug and surviving in the underground. Like, what happened? Don't worry about it.
Like, I want her to be like a long lost member of Crime Time or something.
Okay, right now, I know we're jumping ahead and we're going to talk about SmackDown and everything else and even give our introduction at some point on this show. But who would you align Billie Kay with right now?
Bailey.
Damn it! You took mine.
Bailey needs a proper underling.
Yes. Because I wanted that to be the rebuttal to Bianca and her receipts. Is Billie Kay coming up with a check out Bailey's resume, which is, staggering. Staggering.
Well,
anyway.
Eric has just said it's been a long time since I've seen Manny wear something that wasn't black. I wore navy on Monday, on Tuesday. I wear green all the time and red. Just Eric thinking I'm a cat burglar all the time, going around dressing around looking like a burglar.
Well, Manny, we gotta sync up on what we're wearing so we can get those 400 views like that one time when we both wore green.
Well, we've got a recording tomorrow, so suits.
Nah, I'm not wearing green on that one.
Suits. We wear suits tomorrow.
Fine. I'll have no suits. I don't even think I have a sports coat.
Well, it's just a tie. Just a shirt and
you
tie.
were going with full suit. I thought you were going with...
Well, I'm going to be the host, so I have to wear something...
You should wear a toupee, because all game show hosts wear toupees and wigs.
I don't think I can get one on short.
Except for Steve Harvey. I know. It's too late. It's too late.
So... Let's get into the show. I'm Lord Manny Hayes, I'm joined by...
Marcus the grand finale. Let's rap through it. If you don't know, you will know. If you don't know, you will know. Read. That's what I want all you wrestling fans to read. And if you can't read, sound that motherfucker out. Marcus the grand finale, Lord Manny Hayes. Sound it out.
Marcus. So you're going with a Jamaican angle now?
Yeah. Marcus.
Blood fire.
Blood fire. You know, blood clot. Yeah, thank you, man. Sean Paul and Sugar.
Dirty. Talking about reading, there has been a post that Vince McMahon has sent Otis, Keith Lee, Dabba-Kato, Omos, and I think someone else. Either he's tall or fat, one of them. So
all the fat people.
They've gone to big guy fat camp.
Yes. They are there to get better and trim up or whatever. But Vince McMahon's there. He's unhappy with them, apparently.
So I think this is basic clickbait. King of the clickbait over here. Me.
Yeah. A clip debater.
This is the way it's been worded makes it sound way worse than it actually is. But like I would like to think practice is a good thing. Like I don't think LeBron James.
I've never heard that, Manny. I've never heard that in my life. Practice is a good thing. Never in my life. Practice is bad.
I don't think I've ever seen like LeBron James and like Michael Jordan not be known for going to practice,
or even Kobe Bryant or whoever taking an extra 500 shots after a game or something. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, Luchador, we did bring up. That's one of the great movies of all time. Heavyweights. It's a fat kid's dream. It's a fat kid's dream. But so I'm sorry to cut you off. This is the most outrageous post. Or the most outrageous reaction. Jesus. The screaming in the background. Yeah. I know. And I can hear it. That's how loud that is. I hope they're okay. Because I'm not going to save them. But this is the most ridiculous post and story or outrage I've seen. This is the biggest fake outrage I've ever heard in my life. How do you feel about this?
Well, I just feel it's really unnecessary because so the group we're in, a lot of people overreacted. And I think one person clearly doesn't know how to read. Where it says AJ Styles bodyguard almost, and then claimed that it was AJ Styles. That was going.
He was outraged about it.
Yeah, and it's just
completely
really unnecessary. But like, for someone like Keith Lee, who I have said in the past, wrestles a very dangerous style, especially for a man of his size, where gravity is not the big man's best friend.
Yes.
I would say him going to this camp would make him wrestle smarter and safer for him for the longevity of his career. I don't want to be sitting here in the next year or two going, oh, you know what Keith Lee's done because he broke himself so hard by crashing and burning. Look at Samoa Joe.
Well,
he dived and literally landed head first. Now
he landed head first and now thinks he's Taz.
Yeah,
that's what happened from 2003.
Given like smaller people do that as well, but the injury is less. I feel like the injury is more severe when it's that much weight coming down on that neck.
Yeah. So my reaction to this is, seems like all the big guys that are on Raw and SmackDown all were picked by Vince McMahon. It was like, I want a different style. I want you guys to work better. And it's not like he excluded anybody that's large, other than unless you're someone that's been on the roster forever, a la Drew McIntyre, Sheamus. And I know Drew left and came back, but he's the world champion.
Well, KO wrestles a slightly safer style than he did like a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean he's taking more chair shots these days, but I see your point.
and Big E, they're all big guys, but they all wrestle like a slightly safer style that prolongs their career a little bit longer. And let's not forget, like, yeah, Keith Lee dives and shit, but you got to also realize there are smaller men catching him, so he's a bigger target and heavier when he's doing those dives.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like the whole fact that they want to change styles and everything for these guys, to me makes sense, is which not everybody can do what they do, and the people they're working with are two very smart wrestlers, like psychology wise. Like they're like Adam Pearce, who's a big guy, about 6'8", wrestled so many people that were smaller than him and made it look good when he was the NWA, Ring of Honor, whatever champion he was back in the day. And then you have Drew Gulak, who is one of the smartest wrestlers in the game, one of the best wrestlers in the game. Vince don't see him as like money draw, but not everybody can be a money draw. He was working with people in Evolve as well. Yeah. He was working with people in Evolve already. It's not like training is new to him. And with these two big guys, as they brought up iron sharp as iron, it makes sense to put all of them together because if you're just working with a bunch of other people, little guys, newer talent, it's not going to work out. I believe rubbing shoulders with Keith Lee and Otis can learn from one another. Because Otis, what he does the best is when, back when we had crowds, was get the crowd really involved and invested into his character. People loved Otis. And whether we accept that or not as future, there was love for Otis at one point.
Well, I don't think they're very happy with the stiff style Otis wrestles.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reports, if anything.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they can all learn from each other. And the people who are benefiting the most, Dabba-Kato. He is Dabba-Kato right now, right?
Yeah.
Or Babatube. I don't know if he's going to go back to that name. Who knows?
I don't think he's ever going to become Babatunde ever again.
Dabba-Kato and Almost needs to learn probably a whole plethora of moves. Now, the number one outrage I saw was people was like, how was Nia Jax or someone else not on this list? When they need to think about it this way. I think the people Vince sent are the people he think he could draw money with.
Yeah.
Like, everybody that, the Otis thing, he loves some Otis. Because Otis won Money in the Bank. He had to fight to get that to the Miz. They had to fight. He's expressed his love to Keith Lee on the 24. Check that out. It's a really good watch. Dabba-Kato, the Raw Underground seemed like it was only invented for him. And once that ended, they had no direction for him.
Yeah.
So, and Dio Matten, there could be money there. That was the other guy we forgot.
I don't think there's money in Dio Matten.
I think there's some money in there if he learns how to wrestle. He's a big guy with a decent look.
He wasn't good on commentary.
No, absolutely not.
Which I think translates to him if he ever goes on the mic. And
let me tell you what he's good at. Oh, go ahead.
He's only good at posturing.
He's good at standing there.
That weird thing he does with his head.
Okay. Let me tell you the highlight of Dio Matten's career. That time Brock Lesnar eliminated him from the commentating team. When he stood up to Brock Lesnar and him and Brock Lesnar had that stare down, I saw money at that moment. It was a glimpse of money. It was a flash. It may have been something that I wouldn't try to do, but just that interaction is like he kind of looked like a star in that very small, brief second. And I think Vince seen that too.
You can't go there's money just because he's tall.
There was something there. I don't know. I think there was something there when him and Brock Lesnar stared each other down. It was like, there's no chemistry. I just saw like, if he can only work, we can make some money on this.
So Van Prock says there's no real money in anyone other than Keith Lee.
I disagree. I think there's tons of people with tons of potential to make a lot of money. Most of them are big guys right now. I feel the money is unlimited for Damian Priest, I feel like, in NXT, and Karrion Kross, who both have very good looks and pretty good at the in-ring stuff. They're decent enough that they could probably carry a program. Keith Lee, there's money in. And Dabba-Kato, I felt like, in the underground, looked like a monster. And if you book him that way, there's money in there. Hell, I think there's money in Otis, too. Not everybody's a main eventer. But Otis can fit there.
Eric says Predator versus Alien.
I can't believe he said it backwards. Alien versus Predator. Come on, get it right.
Eric beats to his own drum. Let's move on to SmackDown. I think we've talked enough on this topic.
But practice isn't bad though. 2 days out of the week, what? I mean, and Keith Lee is a lot fatter than he was. Like the pictures that people showed of Keith Lee, he was so much slimmer in NXT and everywhere else than he is right now. Due to COVID, he's probably not able to work out like he used to, or he's probably not even eating right or exercising right. But he needs to trim up. Like, he's gained more weight since joining the main roster.
That's the whole thing. I don't think Vince necessarily had a problem with him prior to COVID, but he has ballooned up.
Yeah. Like, he's gotten bigger. And it's probably not his fault. It's just the lack of gyms and lack of being able to work out, lack of ring time. So it's okay. Sharpen up. Everybody get better. AEW wish they had these people. They wish they could put Drew Gulak with Wardlow and Adam, and Luchasaurus Maybe he'll speed up in those kicks. Slow ass kicks.
No.
Slow ass kicks, man. Anyway.
So let's move on to SmackDown. So SmackDown opens up with a contract signing with Sasha Banks making her way to the ring, and Sasha with the worst acting ever when the contract's not in the little folder.
What is this? What is this, Adam? What is this, a setup? What is this? What is this, Adam?
So bad.
My whole thing is she was about to just sign it without Carmella even being there. Like, I don't understand what her reaction was.
Idiot.
No reading. Just went, I'm going to just sign it. Oh, there's nothing here. Carmella also smarter than her.
I'm not going to lie. I'm quite liking the Carmella character now.
It's been a week. It's been a week. You were just saying she's a Sasha Banks knockoff.
Yeah, because I actually wasn't paying attention to what they were talking about.
Well, she's untouchable now, Manny. It's too late. You can't talk. You can't like her now. It's too late.
When she hit the "This isn't Tiger King, honey. It's the Queen's Gambit. I'm the hot chick playing a game of chess with your life."
Yes, I dug that line because I watched all those shows, and there's levels to that. Yeah, there's deep levels to this. And then she took her evilness to another level because you're not fully evil until you own a slave. And she got one. She got a soiree.
Was that the guy that was in Thatcher's Catch Can a couple of weeks ago?
Could have been. I think so. Because I was like, I recognize this guy from somewhere. I don't know where. But then again, I don't care. She sent him.
I thought he was the one that bitched out to Thatcher last. He's like, you said it was only an exhibition.
It could be. I can't remember what that guy looks like either. But I feel like I know this guy from somewhere. Maybe I grew up with him. Who knows?
To be fair, I don't feel like he deserved this first beating.
Oh, he deserved it. He deserved the first beating.
I don't think he did.
He's a grown man getting beat by Sasha Banks. If you couldn't defend yourself,
the second time he deserved it.
If he couldn't defend himself on the first time, he deserved to get his ass beat. I'm saying hit her. I'm just saying, if you can't push away Sasha Banks and she gets to whoop you up like this, you need help.
So would it be wrong to put her through a table and then yell "equal rights, bitch" and then walk away?
That would be wrong. That would be wrong because it's a premeditated strike.
Why?
You went above and beyond. You can easily just push her with one hand out the way. She is a very tiny woman. You can easily just give her one of these, get back, and she will probably fall down. You wouldn't have to, but after you do that, and then all of a sudden you say, I'm going to powerbomb you through a table, that's going too far, Manny. That's going too far. That's the line.
But Marcus, I was making her understand.
I understand, I understand.
So this was followed up by Montez for third. Ford, but versus Dolph. Yeah, he's French now.
Montez Floyd
versus Dolph Ziggler. So I didn't get the reference Dolph Ziggler made in comparison to the Street Profits being likened to someone else.
Oh, this is Samaro?
Yeah,
they're a TV show out here, I guess in America on Showtime right now. They were on Vice. It's a really funny show. You should check it out. Just look them up on YouTube. They just basically talk about YouTube videos and stuff. It's like America's Funniest Home Videos that's uncensored.
See, if they were going for a real joke, make it about wrestling though. Like,
no. It's actually a perfect reference because they are. They really are. They're a knockoff of Desus and Mero and maybe Key and Peele. That's what the Street Profits are.
I thought this was a really good match. And people don't give Ziggler enough credit.
Wait, who doesn't give Ziggler credit? I feel like he gets over credit.
I don't think he gets any at all because he always loses.
Well, yeah, but I feel like most people in the wrestling community go, Dolph Ziggler's a great wrestler. And he can carry anybody. He's an extreme athlete. And like, I had no confidence. I had zero. What's the word? I didn't believe that this was going to be a bad match because I knew Ziggler would be able to carry it no matter what.
Well, and Who the hell wins a match with a super kick in 2020?
Someone that's not used to tag team wrestling. I'll tell you that right now. Or singles wrestling. He was not ready for that. Eric just sent you a text of Jesus and Mero.
Oh, the guys that are always in the memes or the gifs.
I guess
That's where I know him from.
The star of the memes. The star of the memes. But yeah, I thought it was a really good match. I hated the part where they start raining blue solo cups in the middle of the match. It just seemed awkward. It seemed like somebody was late. like they seemed like they were waiting for it, and they stood there. Nothing happened. Then they walked away, and then more stuff happened. Then they're like, "Let's celebrate, go to commercial."
Not only was it awkward, it was terrible at the same time. It was just like, this is disrespectful to the match itself.
Yeah, this ring is sacred. Somewhere Walter is rolling over in his, I guess with his belt and his money. Who knows what he rolls over in. I feel like he doesn't sleep in a bed. I feel like he sleeps on the floor on a bearskin rug under a fire with his title, just talking about this ring is sacred. I don't sleep anywhere else. Like, what are you talking about, Walter?
And then Sami Zayn's in the back complaining at the merch stand, which I don't understand because there was no one in the arena to be buying that merch.
Absolutely, Manny. Well, maybe you can argue and say this is for the holiday ad that they normally do within the middle of the show. Maybe this was for the wrestlers for if they need a change of attire. Let's say if Roman Reigns come at you and he rips your shirt off and beats the shit out of you, you need another shirt to go home. So these are backup shirts. Maybe. But I see no reason why they had a merch dance.
Yeah, so Sammy's upset he doesn't have a shirt. And then Big E's showing off his new shirt. And then Big E told him, don't worry about the shirt. Worry about the meat inside the shirt.
And it's another awkward thing Big E says. Now, I'll pose this question to you. All the shirts you saw, including Tamina, who was just there for no reason, and Kalisto, who were just there. What shirt are you more likely to buy? Big E shirt or Sami Zayn shirt?
I'm not gonna lie, that Sami Zayn shirt, I would wear it just for the jokes.
Yeah,
and then you could be like, "Oh, my son drew this."
Yeah, my son made this shirt. I am Sami Zayn. I would have bought the Sami Zayn shirt before Big E as well. But more importantly, I would have just said, "Nah, I would get neither and get one of those DSPN, the Untitled Manny and Marcus show shirts. Just $20."
What shirt, Marcus?
The DSPN Untitled Manny and Marcus show shirt. Only on storefrontier.com/DSPN. Don't take food off our table. Buy some merch. Thank you, big dog. Thank you.
So this leads into a match. It's a good match. It follows the Sami I'm going to win by count out kind of thing.
Yes.
The cheapest way to win, and I enjoy it.
Now, how do you... Okay, so you enjoyed it. So you're not outraged? Like, I feel like there's people who are outraged about Big E looking stupid for chasing him, which he was. He was stupid, but he was really upset. And people do stupid shit when they're upset. That's what I got from it.
He was upset. I would be upset if someone slapped the shit out of my face.
Yeah. In a fight competition, though, in a physical, let's say me and you are about to fight, Manny, and we're already throwing punches, and then in the middle of the fight, I go, stop. Would you be more upset that I slapped you, or would you be equally upset that we're already fighting?
Well, first of all, I'd need the reason why me and you are both fighting in the first place.
Let's go over. Someone bought a t-shirt. We're arguing over who gets more money on the selling of this t-shirt. I don't care. We're fighting over that.
Yeah, but I don't.
Or Nia Jackson's my new girlfriend, and you're really upset about that. Hey, I'm saying you gotta chill on this, Manny. You gotta chill on this. You can't be talking about my girl like this, okay? Maybe her moves aren't as good as you think they are, but she's still the love of my life. And then we're fighting.
Yeah, but I don't think at any point you would slap me and then run away.
You have never fought me in your life, because that's how I fight. That's how I get down.
You run away. You get one jab. You get one jab and then you go.
How do you win a fight? You never get hit. Okay? You slap them, you run away, you tell everybody you won the fight because you have no marks on you. You may be a little winded. But if they catch you, they gonna beat that ass. That's what happens.
And I'm gonna point out, Michael Cole's an asshole because he wedged Big E in. He properly wedged Big E in between that barricade and the church.
Well, he wanted to take it back in the ring. You know, Michael Cole's a man of sensibility and calm. He wanted E to calm down. He didn't want to see a black man go to jail tonight because Big E had those eyes of a black man that's going to kill a white man tonight on national TV. And Michael Cole was like, not tonight, Big E. Let's not kill him.
Well, Marcus, if in the event of me and you fighting, Eric said you'd bite me first.
Well, yeah. That's my old tactics. I don't do that no more.
We live in a COVID world. If I'm getting into a fight and anyone's trying to bite me, I'm not oiling myself up to make me greasy. I'm lavering myself up in COVID.
You take your fighting to the extreme. You are definitely not losing the fight. You're one of those guys. You want to do the fight, but guess what? What? You know all that blood that I dripped on you? Yeah, I got the AIDS, son. I got the AIDS. No, you win. You win.
I'm going biological and chemical welfare on you.
But you don't understand. You don't understand. I'm the type of person that will win the fight. And then they ask me, hey, Marcus, you won the fight. What did it cost? And I go, everything. Just like Thanos. That's the kind of person I am.
But then you got clutch of Clint to fish like, everything.
Everything. Got COVID and AIDS in the fight with Manny. Who saw that coming?
So we go backstage and Bailey is Bailey's interviewing herself. She said Sasha is overrated. Sasha is overpaid.
Hold on. Oh, she did start with Sasha, yeah. I thought it was Bianca. Yeah, you're right.
And then Bianca comes in and starts talking about receipts, talking about stuff she's done recently. And if I'm anyone, Bailey had the perfect retort. Yes. She was SmackDown's women's champion for 370 plus days.
Yes, but you have none of that on your receipts. I don't care what you try to return, Bianca. I really thought that when she was talking shit, I thought Bianca was just going to whip Bailey in the back with her braid. I thought that was about to happen and be like, just walk away. That's what I would have preferred. But I'm all for this feud, and I don't know why.
Didn't she call Bailey ashy as well?
She did. She said, girl, you ain't cute. You all ashy and everything. And, you know, she went all in. For no reason, she went in on Bailey. And this feud has just picked up steam. And I'm looking forward to their match next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then the perfect transition. Listen to this, AEW. The perfect transition. The moment this ended, we move over and we see the loving Paul Heyman hand Roman his Universal Championship. And then it's standing in front of a television. For the first time, I believe, in WWE history, someone has been filmed watching a television correctly.
Yes! No back turned. Just honestly.
Not like a weird angle like this.
Yeah, not sideways. They literally walked up to the TV like I would and looked at the TV. And I went, wow, we're in a new day. We're in a new Thunderdome today, guys.
This is historic.
Yes. This is the way. This is the way we're going to shoot TVs all the time.
And then I loved how awkward it was when Jey Uso came up.
No, but I want to stop right here. You know, they walked up. The thing that bugged me the most about them walking up to see this TV screen is you're Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the protector, the provider, the Universal Champion, and all that stuff. You have your locker room, head of the table. You don't have a TV in your locker room? Outrageous that he had to walk outside to look at this. Paul, we need to go check out the TV. Well, Roman is outside. The fuck? We gotta. Oh, all right, we're gonna go watch it. Can you wait till Bailey and Bianca are done whatever they're doing? Because they're gonna need to move so we can see this TV.
Yeah,
and that's what I was like. He doesn't have him in his locker room. What happened?
Well. And then we get the awkward transition of just when Jey appears. It's like after we know what happened to Jey last week with the consequences.
Yeah. He was like a kid that got his butt whooped, and you see him next to his daddy, and you were like looking at him. Is he okay to be next to him still? Like, I don't know. Anyway, he shows
Yeah.
up. Paul Heyman prays for him in the back. Just really
You
wishing
okay?
the best one. Yeah.
You okay? Your family okay?
I'm good. They're good. They're good.
No, they should be with me.
I love it. I love him.
And then KO's in the ring, and then you got Jey like, I'm gonna get him. Can I get him?
Let me get him. Go ahead.
You know
Go
where
ahead.
he is.
Man.
And I really enjoyed the KO promo. It's the best promo work he's done since working with Seth in the lead up to WrestleMania 36.
Yeah, he's really selling the hell out of this table. One, he sold as a table, ladders, and chairs match by having a full display like it's QVC that we have tables, ladders, and chairs all here for sale.
He wasn't even selling them. He's saying they were his friends.
Yeah, they were his friends. Yeah, now he's going to use these basically.
This is table, and this is ladder. And he gave all reasons on why everything about why he was doing it and everything. And Jey Uso attempts to take out KO, but KO ends up putting Jey Uso through a table with a pop-up powerbomb.
Yes.
And then on the stage...
Another bad week for Jey Uso.
Jey Uso just never has a good week.
No.
And then on the stage, Paul Heyman is calming Roman down.
Yeah, no. Nah. Because Roman comes out and then he's like, whose time are you working on, Roman? Whose time are you working on? It's not your time right now. He's in the ring. He's calling you out. That is his time. You wait till your time. And you just see Roman like, you know you're right. I was going to fuck him up too.
See, this is what the reaction I was expecting to get when Cody when Cody made Jade Cargill. I expect Grande to be right there immediately.
Yeah.
You are the head of the table. You don't need to do this.
Yes, you don't have to come out here for this. This is not your business. So
then Caleb Braxton tries to interview KO when he returns backstage.
Set up.
She bounced quickly. So quickly.
She was like, oh shit, don't tell anybody what's going on. Immediately start running. If I know correctly, if KO was black, he would have just ran with her. He would have just ran with her. Don't matter what it was. If, as a comedian said, I can't remember when, if black people see other black people running, they immediately start running in the same direction as the black person because they know it's danger. Don't question on what happened. Where are we running from? I don't know. And that's where the French Canadian side of KO came in, and he would have been safe.
So, I was going to put a graphic up, but I forgot to upload it. For me, what happened next felt like an Animal Planet kind of documentary, where Roman is now talking to the camera while still beating up Kevin Owens. So you can see it carefully on the graphic here. He's not facing the camera at this point, but he was very much like, as you now can see, the French Canadian panda be gradually assaulted by the Samoan bulldozer.
Wait, this is the head of the table, the tribal chief. He will not let anybody, not anybody, take food off his table. Bah! Kick in the face. Yeah, and it was an amazing experience. And the fact that Roman looked into the camera after this demonstration was pleading to the family of Kevin Owens to talk some sense into him, so Roman doesn't take food off his table by taking away their daddy's life. Essentially, it was a threat. I'm going to injure your father until he can't compete anymore.
So, Marcus, I do have a prop, as people seem to love props that I have.
Okay.
The actual shoe that Roman Reigns stomped a mud hole through Kevin Owens with.
Wow.
Jordan
That's
Royals.
Manny, I feel like whenever you go out into the streets or the inns and wherever you're at, you take your shoe and that's how you beat someone up. You beat it with Jordan was. That way, if anybody's doing a War Star video, you may consider Jordan and Nike may consider sponsoring you in that ass whooping.
Well, if I'm doing it in the end, I'm gonna use one of these ones, Marcus.
Oh, let's see. A Manny ass whooping.
Oh! The ones that look like the Tims. You got to do it this way. You got to stomp them out with this way, man.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna call. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. And it's gonna be pretty. You're gonna look pretty doing it too, Manny. You're gonna be like, this is a $150 ass whooping right here. That's what I'm doing. I'm not afraid to step on these shoes. But yeah,
remember that time he beat you up? Yeah, and he looked fucking fly too.
He was fly as fuck. He was fighting and looking fly as fuck. Didn't care.
And so we move on from this. I don't know how you move on to this. It's just like you've just seen this, and then you move into the Riott Squad versus our girl Billie Kay and Natty.
Yes. How'd you feel about her choosing Natty?
No, Natty chose Billie. Natty saw the credentials on that resume and was like,
Natty was looking for a payday. Natty ain't never missed a payday. She was like, "Oh, there's an open spot. Shit, put my name right here."
And I'm adding something to Billie Kay's resume. Billie Kay has the best big boot in the game.
Might be the Shades of K. And the name of the kick is the best kick in the game because she only has to do it once.
And then I believe Billie Kay was robbed in this match.
Yep.
Billie Kay was not, if you look carefully, was not the legal person. It's because the ending was botched. So Billie Kay falls back into the ropes, doesn't touch Natty, but Natty somehow sells her face as being injured. Yes. And at that point, Billie Kay then taps her again, which in my mind constitutes a tag.
Yep, it looked like a tag. I swear it was a tag.
It was a tag.
And the referee did not constitute that as a tag, which I felt was outrageous.
And if I go by AEW logic of Eddie Kingston, she needs to talk to that referee. Make him understand.
I felt the ending was botched and I was confused by it, but I'm going to go and say everything went smooth. Natty still cost him this match. Yeah. I don't know what tap Natty could have gotten that would put her off the apron and didn't allow her to break up that pinfall. Again, Billie Kay deserves better. She deserves a better tag partner. And I'm thinking that tag partner needs to be Bayley, and it's the Bayley Kay connection. The Bayley Kay. Bayley Kay.
That works.
Bayley Kay connection would be amazing.
Then we get Nakamura and Cesaro versus Gable and Otis, where we worked out that Gable has some interesting training techniques. Do you think this will be? Do you think Gulak will be adding these to Fat Camp?
I'm sure this is a part of it, and I'm sure Gable gives Otis notes to give to his teacher Drew Gulak and Adam Pearce, like, my alpha instructor told me to do this today. God damn it. I don't want to do it. We're not doing Jedi training. Because that's all they were doing. They were doing Jedi training. Chad Gable went full Kurt Angle in this edition of SmackDown. Like, he sounded like Kurt. He was dressed as Kurt. Like, it was full Kurt Angle. They brought up Olympian 800 times. This is full Kurt Angle. And 100%. I like the team. I like the match. And you know what? I'm really upset that Nakamura and Cesaro, I understand they are a tag team, but Nakamura looks like he's gotten to the best shape of his life for some reason. He looks very slim in his new outfit and stuff. And I feel like he has one more great match in him, and I don't think we're ever going to get it.
Well, he's in that catsuit, so I don't think... If Nakamura was in the best shape of his life, he wouldn't be wearing that onesie.
No. Before, it was a worse catsuit, though. It was a bigger one. If you look at it now, he's now showing arms. His arms are, I won't say shredded, but they look better. They don't have as much fat on there. He's trimmed down a lot. And I think he needs to be rewarded and given one more great run with some title. Don't know what title that is. But just give Nakamura something.
And then Baron Corbin's in the back, and he announces that the Forgotten Sons are now known as the Knights of the Lone Wolf.
Manny, if you're a lone wolf, why do you have knights?
Exactly.
But you know what? I'm for it. Somehow the Forgotten Sons look more racist with bald heads. I don't know.
One of them reminded me of Eric Young when they shaved up all the beard.
It's Wesley. I think it's Wesley Blake.
Yeah.
No. It might be Cutler. I don't know. The one was on the right.
So we move into Carmella versus Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly good match.
Shocking. This is the second time in a week.
We expect it from Sasha, but like the fact that she managed to pull that out over Carmella.
Manny, I'm going to say this. I believe it was a joint effort. I'm not going to give Sasha 100% of credit on this one. I'm going to say.
Are we going back?
Carmella was practicing.
So do we give her the phrase now? Mella is money?
No,
or is it too soon? Is it too soon to say?
No, it's too soon. We're not giving her money yet. Although her new character, which like you said earlier in the show, it is growing on us. Like the old Untouchable, the champagne prostitute stripper. She had a new entrance.
I do feel like you did one thing wrong though in that.
What's that?
So when she, at the end of SmackDown, when she hits her with the champagne and the ice bucket and everything, she should have done the champagne first.
Yes.
And then threw the ice bucket on her and said, put some ice on that bit.
Well, my problem with the ice bucket is that I wanted the ice to be more melted in which she was drowning Sasha first. Like, Sasha should have been getting drowned first in the ice bucket. Because she shoved her head into the ice bucket. I'm like, that's just healing her wounds from the fight just had earlier. I can't feel that bad. Like, they're fighting. It's cool. By the way, her Suave got beat up again. Like, we're trying to interfere in the match.
Yeah, but this time he deserved it.
He deserves it all the time.
But then it's when Sasha
they should just call him the simp of simps. That's what he is.
This is what should have happened, Marcus. The moment he tried to pull out Sasha, but then Sasha just pulled it, just went out. And then are you trying to step to me? Do you know who I am? He should have literally went into his pants, grabbed his balls, and handed them to Sasha Banks because she demasculated him right there and then.
Not only when she handed her balls, he would have grabbed those balls, held it with two hands, and then punt kicked it all the way into the Thunderdome, out of the Thunderdome. Because that dude has lost all street cred. He can't go home. He can't go home at this point. He got his ass whooped twice by Sasha Banks. Twice. You may get me once, Sasha. You may get me once. But twice on national TV can't happen. Can't happen.
That man can never live a normal life ever again.
He's changed his name. Well, he is going by the Suave. He's going to come out in the mask from now on. Do you want there to be a different guy each week, or do you want the same guy? I kind of want this guy every week, just to be the simp of the week.
Are we going to have a problem if it's the same guy every week? Because that's very much Ted DiBiase and Virgil.
No. He's a simp. It's different. She said he's there to work to do whatever she asks for. So I'm assuming he gives her sex as well, whenever she needs it.
So how's Corey feeling about this?
Corey's in it. He's like, oh yeah, that's my girl. Yeah, he's a cuck. Yeah, he was enjoying the whole thing. Well, Corey doesn't give an opinion when his girlfriend is smashing bottles on top of Sasha Banks, which I thought should have went straight. She needs to go for the head. As Thanos said, you should have went for the head. You don't hit nobody in the back with a bottle. I've never seen that done in my life. It shatters like that. I wanted more. Honestly, from this segment, I wanted so much more violence. And I wanted to the point where she would just start throwing other bottles on the back, pouring ice on her, just really losing. Like, wow, Carmella's really insane now. Like, give Carmella full edge. Full insanity. She's got the broken bottle trying to put it in Sasha's eye. I wanted her to lose her mind and be like, wow, I need to take Carmella serious. Yeah, I need to take Carmella serious. But she
that's the end of SmackDown. I thought it was a good show. Even though there was a bit hit. There was a bit of stuff that bit hit and miss in the middle, but it was all right.
Talking about it seemed like it was a better show. but I thought there were some parts of it that were just like it's kind of slowed down. I even though I enjoyed the 2 tag matches, I thought they were decent. The Riott Squad and Billie Kay and the Shinsuke and the Gable and stuff. It slowed down a little bit right there, but it's nothing really bad about it. It was just a solid show. Well put together show.
I feel like Roman still again stole the show.
Yeah,
as he always does.
Even though this was a Carmella edition of SmackDown, focal point. Yeah. This was it's still Roman in his, I'm going to say 5 minutes of TV time, probably total, killed the week for me. It's like he's that good right now. Like everything else that happened in the week, Kenny Omega comes out in the helicopter. Wasn't Roman pleading into a camera for a man's family to stop coming at him while he's taking food away?
Kenny Omega did not come out of a helicopter.
He did.
No, he looked like he came out of a helicopter. He did not fly in a helicopter. The helicopter landed, and then he got inside it and came out again.
You know what? I'm going to give him credit and say he was in the helicopter at one point. He was in that helicopter at one point. Okay? Maybe he didn't fly, but maybe he did. Well, I know for sure Don Callis didn't fly. But you know what? If anybody can put a video of me getting out of a helicopter, I'm down for it. Like that would be like the highlight of, like, let's say if I had a memorial video, you motherfuckers better play me getting out that helicopter in that video. I don't care if I was flying or not. It just looks like, oh, he was doing things.
So we've got one email today.
Ooh.
And it's from Chris.
Here we go.
It's not even a long one.
Oh.
If the grand finale would please do me a favor, go to your mantelpiece, grab Erica's urn, open it.
Oh, wow.
Now throw it on the ground and kick it across the room.
This is the closest thing we could get for an urn for Eric's piece. It's a Clorox box. Hey, these are very hard to find these days. And I'm going to throw it on the ground. Yes, it is filled with change. And I kicked it. It's done. Okay? It's done.
I just remembered I am mad at him. On the last official show on my email, I sent in a remake of It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. And not only did he not sing it, he sped read it. So yeah, boo Eric, boo. Boo
this man, boo. I don't, you know.
As far as you go, Manny and Marcus, it's not so much that I'm mad at you two, but rather disappointed, which I feel like is worse.
Yeah, like, you know, that's in the
neither of you.
Study.
Neither of you endorsed my idea of carrying around Lysol to spray on Karens. Well, first off, we're all people of color there, Chris. We do that, we're all going to prison.
He's going to prison. I'm getting shot. He's got a gun. It's a Lysol. Ah, God. 7 times, maybe in the back. Like, what the fuck, man? It's a Lysol. Bitch was nasty. I don't care.
Well, for that, I can't be in the lumber chat on this episode.
Oh.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. So we're standing up for not going to prison or being killed, and you're choosing not to be a part of the show.
I feel like that's a fair trade.
You're the one losing out here, Chris. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. The lumber chat is hot today. It is on fire. I'm looking at it right now. We got Billie Kay, Kayla Braxton, Tony Braxton, Ashanti the Adonis, and Eric in the chat today. Everybody in the chat.
Eric saying he's not dead.
In all caps, too.
But for all we know, that could be someone typing for Eric.
That's a bot. That's definitely a bot.
It's one of those sexy bots.
That picture right there is something you can just get online. Just Google Eric Smith. I'm sure you get that and several dick pics from his OnlyFans.
I feel like that's a stock image for just numerous things.
That could be anybody. I'm sure he brings that out. This is my headshot. Resume on the back. Podcasting host. Died in 2020.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
War Games Aftermath.
Sex fiend right here.
War Games Aftermath. Damn, it took out two of the pillars of the women's division. Get well soon, Candice and Dakota. Speaking of ladies, I'm all in if they make another Bloodsport movie featuring Jey Lee. Until next time. He didn't even sign up. He just wrote until next time.
Yes. Until next time. After thinking about it, Bloodsport stars Jey Lee and Boa. Boa will be a good. I cannot think of the dude's name. You know, the dude that points. He would be a good replacement.
So Eric is dead and he voted.
Recall the election. Joe Biden is president of the United States for 1,000th time this week.
Spend another $3 million. See how much that works out for you.
America. Manny, when we do the Civil War here in America, I'm going to say the show may be on a hiatus, but we may transition from talking about wrestling to covering the Civil War from Ground Zero each time. Hi, I'm Marcus the Grand Finale, and we're in the middle of the Civil War. But let's talk about what's going on in Japan in wrestling, because American wrestling is in the shitter, as in NXT's roster has attacked Raw's roster because of political views. Jackson Riker has been murdered tonight.
El Luchador says they beat Boa worse than Craig beat Deepak. Nah, I feel like multiple kendo sticks is way worse than getting KO'd by a brick.
Also, rest in peace, Debo, Tiny Lester from Friday, and Zeus from our past. One of the greatest bully characters of all time, because he was bullying grown ass men.
Maybe we watched that on Friday.
Friday? Or No Holds Barred?
Oh, did we watch Friday on Friday or No Holds Barred?
I would go with No Holds Barred would probably be the better selection. And we still haven't did Last Dragon.
I feel like Last Dragon is something we wait for Eric.
Yeah, that's true.
So for Eric to come back, we need to obtain Papa Shango, The Undertaker, and Kane to do a ceremony to bring him back.
Shit, we may even need what's that fucking mythological character? Boogeyman.
We might need Matt Hardy.
Yeah. He will not die. He has cured death, so maybe some COVID vaccine. Just throw that on him. That seems to cure everything. Just throw a little of that on you. Some Robitussin. He'll pop him right back in the game.
Double feature. You are not going to stick around to watch us sit on a chair for 4 hours to watch 2 movies.
Movie night in America. Yeah. By the way, if we do another cast subject to change, 1 could be No Holds Barred, but 2 we can do Die Hard. Die Hard is amazing. I watched Die Hard last night or the night before. It was amazing. And
I need to go rewatch Die Hard.
I love this movie so much. It's so great. It gets better every time you see it. It just gets better. It's ridiculous. Don't know how a movie could get that much better. Like, it was just like, oh, it's even better. It's great. It's great. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. It's amazing. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Anything else? Yeah, that's the kind of.
We were going to review the Young Bucks book, but this may be the first show we've done that's under an hour. In a while.
Come on. Okay, you know what? Let's make the show an hour. Let's review the Young Bucks book right now. Manny, what are your thoughts on the Young Bucks killing the business? Some other names. Super Kick Party. Like, it's a long-ass fucking title.
I thought it was good. I only really started getting interested in it towards the end, where you learn about their contract negotiations with WWE and how much money that WWE were going to throw at them.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily think that for what they're doing is really going to affect them.
No, they seem to be doing better, and the money. So, again, I agree with your sentiments that I didn't care until the end, and I don't know if that's how you judge a good book or not. I just feel like the book should have been made maybe 2 years, 3 years from now, when AEW is in their, let's say, their prime, or they're after they've been running the show, and you kind of get the insight. Maybe we can do some. This is what's going on now. This is what's going on back then. They see the ins and outs of the business. Maybe get some headaches in it. Maybe they're kicked out the business entirely and they're allowed to shoot and talk shit about, man, you know who was hard to work with? Christopher Daniels. Because it just seems like they got along with everybody for most of their career. Everything they did was right. Except for the time I think they spent with Jim Cornette and their run in TNA. They talk about that, but it's all very brief. But the whole negotiation with Triple H and the balance of the future of the business all on the line, it just seemed like that's the part I wanted to be at. And, and the main takeaway from the show is learning how much I felt like Cody was the catalyst of AEW, but apparently he's not. He means nothing to AEW.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
He thought he meant more.
The thing about it that inspired me about it was they struck when it was hot every time. So like the moment they had like a moment where they caused controversy, they made a t-shirt or something like that just to make money. And I feel like that's one of the most interesting things because that was the Eric Bischoff mantra as well. It's just like controversy creates cash.
Yeah. And so whatever they had, Ring of Honor or Jim Cornette was saying, stop doing so many damn super kicks, super kick party at the time when Pro Wrestling Tees was just getting started. And so they got to sell all their merchandise, cease and desist, all that stuff. But yeah, they really struck a lot when the iron was hot. Takeaways I can get from it is that you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. Like anything they say, they're right 100% of the time. They're not going to change. They are not going to change their style for nobody, or they're going to wrestle their way into the day they die.
Thing is, they've got their style, and that's them. But like, eventually, they're gonna have to slow down because like they're gonna get old, and they're not gonna be able to do the stuff that they can do. So it's like, I see where WWE go right with they future-proof wrestlers so they can their longevity is a lot longer. Because like, look at the Miz. He's been wrestling the most basic and safest style, and he's still going. Same gimmick and everything.
Yeah, I mean, someone who I think they, prolonged this person's career, and I'm saying is Rey Mysterio, the years he's been in WWE. Yeah, he's injured a lot of times, early on, but his style has changed in which he's currently like 46, 47, and he's slowed down, and he's not doing all the crazy stuff he's doing, but he's still really solid in the ring. Like, he can get away with doing the WWE style probably until he's like 51. Or even older. Like, he's still really good. And I feel the Young Bucks will come up to a point where they realize, damn, we're just like the Rock and Roll Express, but we're in our 40s. Pretty much, we're slowing down. Or Matt and Jeff Hardy, who have slowed down. But Jeff is adjusted. Like, he wrestled the WWE style. If he wrestled anywhere else, he'd probably be dead. Trying to wrestle in Japan and everywhere else.
Jeremy, I think your email did go into spam, and then the current setup I have is running so slowly because I'm doing about 5 things at the same time that I don't think I can go into that inbox and read it.
So, but my overall review of this show, or not this show, of this book was, I wouldn't buy it. I would get the next one. Because I feel like a lot of stuff you're going to know already, and you just care about that last chapter. And pretty much basically modern times. Because this seems like to me, this is where their life really gets interesting, is in they're down the bookers and they're running the show and they're EVPs and it's the growth of AEW and it's the big boom. That's where things are getting interesting. And basically their other life is just like, we tagged here, we wrestled PWG, wrestled Ring of Honor, wrestled TNA. We didn't make much money. Now we're making money in Japan. Bang, here we are.
Eric said, should I text an email to you? Yeah, you might as well, Eric. Thank you. But yeah, it is interesting. It just kind of ended like at that point where they're at, and it's just like, maybe if we knew more about what's going on, that would have been more interesting.
Yeah,
because like it doesn't even seem like a real wrestler's journey because it doesn't seem like they've been doing it that long. From like the book, it seemed very rushed.
Yeah, like it seemed like it was like, oh, we started here, all right, we're gonna get it done. like,
Yeah.
like I would have preferred them to just take their time with it. Like I feel like we're just in the prime of their career. Like I'd rather for a book to come out when someone is in their latter years, a la like a Jericho or Bret Hart. You know, they're pretty much done with the industry. They have all this history with the industry that goes with it. And you want to hear some of the crazy stories, because right now you're in the thick of, you can't share any stories of like, man, like I want to talk. Let me talk shit about. I know they're not gonna talk shit about Kenny Omega. That's like they're their best friend, but let me talk about Kenny Omega for a minute. No, he's really still the shit with you, and you're not gonna like be 100% honest on what you feel at the time. I'm saying they have bad blood against Kenny, but
it did make me interested in the thing that they were talking about how WWE were also after Adam Page. And it makes me fully believe, because he's got nothing invested in AEW, that he would be probably the first one to jump, other than Moxley.
No, so after reading the book, I started thinking like, who would jump? In the Triple H negotiation when they're going over all the names who they were interested in, and how gracious Triple H was and all the money he's throwing at people.
Yeah.
The most interesting part of that story was him talking about how Cody would flip-flop every week of like, I don't know what I'm honestly going to do. I'm either going to do this AEW thing, I'm going to go to Ring of Honor, or shit, I may take all this money WWE's offering me to come back. Like, and I was like, that's an option for you? Like, that was an option for Cody at the time? Which makes me think that Cody may still consider that an option. I thought he was leaving like kind of on bad blood with Triple H.
I thought he left on bad blood, but I don't think he was that bad.
No. It's just more or less because they weren't using him. I think right now they, will probably use the shit out of him. And I'm talking about main roster use the shit out of him. They use that Rose name. They bring everything back. He's a lot bigger than what he was. They'll probably let him cut more, promos like he does now, where he's like connecting instead of being whatever he was. He was killing it though, no matter what. He would just be more himself.
So
the awkward moment is he leaves Brandy.
Jeremy's put more stuff. Let me change the banner so we're back in listener feedback. Jeremy said, "Where has Wes and his assistant been? Who I'm still not convinced is the same person. I don't know. I haven't seen Wes in a while."
Wes was the guy on SmackDown. He was Carmella Suave. I can't believe you couldn't tell. Oh man, Eric texted a long email. Who reads Eric's email?
So El Luchador said he vanquished Wes to the Phantom Zone, and I assume he is trying to get out of there. Okay, so So this is going off from Jeremy's email from last week, where we wasn't sure about the terms of humiliation from Ted DiBiase and what we would do. So he says, times are tough these days. So let's say good old Ted raises rates for you to humiliate yourself for his amusement. Also, let's pretend we aren't in COVID times for this. Starting with the basics that he did in the day. So would you accept money to kiss Ted DiBiase's feet? Yes. Bounce a basketball 10 times for only him to kick it away after 9, and you get nothing in front of tens and thousands of people. I would expect that to happen, and I would bounce it very closely to myself.
See, yeah, but I would want him to do it again to me as a grown man, because money doesn't have to come from Ted. I'm going to get money from being viral. I'm going to get all the podcast interviews. I'm going to be hot for a moment. I'm going to get a t-shirt deal. I'm going to sell t-shirts of pro wrestling teams similar to the young man. I will make the most out of this 10 minutes of fame that I'm going to have. I'll maximize it. I take it.
Kick a bunch of kids out of a pool during a hot summer's day. I'd do that for no money.
Yeah. I mean, at a company party, I poked a kid off a jab. Like, I knocked over some kids. So, I to win, I don't care. I take it.
So, let me tell you what I also do, which is kind of a dick thing to do. So, when you take public transport, do you know when you hold the bar?
Yes. Okay.
So, I purposely line it up to where it's in line with my fist is in someone's face. So if the bus suddenly stops, someone is going into my fist.
Wow. Damn.
Or
That's some dark shit, Manny. That's some plotting shit.
or if you see a kid running around, leave a knee out. He'll run into that shit.
Oh no. Hurting kids isn't fun unless they expect it coming.
No, it's because I'm not putting any entire force behind that knee. You just run into a straight point.
I'm not gonna talk about the times I attacked kids. But it's all in good fun. It was in it's in jumpers and shit. They're expecting me to throw them around.
If you are a receptionist and he nicks his finger, you take him first over to the patient with a more severe injury. I don't think that's that bad.
That's pretty bad, but yeah, I would. I told you, I have no levels of where I want to do. I'm just doing the job. Okay.
Not exactly $1,000 transaction, but you pay off another manager for his employee to be your slave. Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think you can buy people these days though anymore, can you?
Manny, everybody has a price. You can still. I don't think I can do that. That might be the limit. That might be where I can't go.
Now one's not from his vignettes. Would you make out with Nia Jax?
Yeah, I'll do it. No big deal.
I would.
Worse.
I would. But is there a potential of injury by doing that?
God damn it! You bit my lip. You bit my lip. You fucking bleeding now. What's wrong with you? Oh my god! Hurt my neck. My neck.
Put your
also consider temporary blindness. I don't even know how that happened, but temporary blindness. I can't see shit.
Isn't it some form of like torture just listening to her speak?
Who, Nia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
I
don't hate Nia as much as you.
Put your head in a tank full of bees. I would never do that.
No. Well, what's the price? And what kind of bees? I'm not gonna go Macaulay Culkin and get killed by these bees. I'll tell you that. Ain't the way I'm going out, sucker.
No, that was a horrible thing when Macaulay Culkin died in that film.
That's one of my first childhood deaths. That goes in there with Bambi's mama getting gunned down by a white man in the forest.
Cross dress in a city for a day.
Yeah, cross that at work for free.
You've got to explain yourself now.
It was Halloween. No fucks given.
Isn't it safer to cross dress as a black man in America than it is to be a black man in America right now?
Probably so, yeah. Because then it becomes a hate crime as well.
Yeah.
I think they'd rather kill a black man than commit a hate crime to someone part of the LGBTQ and some other letters community. Hopefully I'm not missing anything.
I feel like I would probably get compliments if I did that. So I would like the compliments.
You really toot your own horn too much, Manny. You'll be a hideous woman.
Drink a milkshake of roaches. If it's all spun up, I don't see why that I'd.
Yeah, and I've eaten bugs before. How much am I getting paid for this?
Let's say $1,000.
That's not cheap. That just seems like an inconvenience for me to do that. And like, there's places that serve bugs for a living, but $1,000, nah.
Because like, if it's a milkshake, it's not like they'd have to stir it all up. I'd put it.
They're already dead. They're dead. The roaches are dead. That's the easy part.
I would require it to be blended.
Yeah, I once had a sucker with a scorpion in it, and ate it.
What?
Yeah, it was a sucker that had like a scorpion inside, and so I was there to eat it. Had it, ate the sucker. Sucker tastes horrible, and then scorpion tastes even worse. Not poisonous, but it was good.
I remember going to the Philippines, and like where we live in the Philippines is like the closest thing I would imagine to farm life.
Okay.
And
It's in the
I'm
city.
eating
It's
the
like, this
steak.
is a farm. They have a lawn, Manny. It's just a lawn. It's just some grass. So they live on a farm.
No, there was caravels there.
Okay.
Or how other people call it, caribous, or however they say them. And I'm sitting there eating, and I'm thinking I'm eating like an egg omelet.
Yeah.
It was only like 2 days later when Mum tells me you ate a cow's brain. I was like, what?
Damn. That sounds gross. How was it though?
From what I remember, because I only had it once, delicious.
It's fine. It's fine. You know, as long as you don't tell me what it is and I eat it and it's delicious, it's fine. I have no bad blood towards you. But if you tell me what it is, there's barriers to it. Like if I know the thing, if you show me a pig before I eat bacon, I couldn't eat it because I would think about that pig, or like I think about the animal before I eat it. But if you just give me shit, that's why I can never eat the pig with the animal roasted on the thing, because I'm like, fuck, he had a soul. Or I can't eat prawns when they have the head still on it, because I'm like, fuck.
Prawns in general, to be honest.
I can eat it as long as I don't see their eyes. As soon as I see their eyes, vegetarian. I can't eat this shit.
So Jeremy says he's too much of a picky eater. I think I'm exactly the same, but for me, it's if a food has a certain aroma that doesn't agree with me, I will not eat it. I can easily gag on the aroma of food.
Yeah, sticky food sucks. Chitlins for everybody though. Chitlins for everybody.
So Jeremy said Manny Lucha is stealing Nia from you. You can have her because she was never mine in the first place.
Nia doesn't belong to anyone. Nia doesn't belong to any one man. I don't know. That's called her a whore.
Yeah, so there's only one announcement me and Marcus have, and that it is we're taking a break as of the end of next week.
Yeah, vacation is all I ever wanted.
We haven't decided whether we're covering TLC or not.
I think we should cover TLC, but only cover the Crazy Sexy Cool album.
We're also taking a break to chase waterfalls.
Hey! Boom, boom. Manny, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and lakes that you used to. But you know what? I know you're going to have it your way or nothing at all. But just let you know, you're moving too fast. Let you know.
Unlike the last break we took, we will have additional content for you to get you through the hard times of not seeing your boys, Lord Manny
New Day
and Marcus, the grand finale.
Okay.
It wasn't the outro. I was just saying.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, Manny told me to shut the fuck up. It's fine. Will we be back with Wrestle Kingdom?
We could. So Eric's asked, should I get the 8 GB Mac? Oh, fuck it. I'm calling Eric.
What is he even talking about?
He's talking about Mac Minis.
Oh. So, as we continue the show, as Manny texts, yeah.
Why are you calling me?
Well,
we're answering the show.
We're asking you question. We're answering your question on the on the live show. So you said,
My computer, I see.
yeah, should you get an 8 GB Mac Mini or be patient and order a 16 GB Mac Mini?
Yes, I'm referring to the RAM.
Yeah. So realistically, the Mac Mini is probably going to last you a while. So I would probably wait and invest in that 16 GB Mac Mini, because 8 GB is only going to be great for like the next 2 years.
Yeah.
But then
so the 8 GB is only $600.
Yeah.
The 16 GB is $800, but I wouldn't get into January.
I think it's wait for it, because this will probably last you a good maybe 6 to 8 years.
My Mac Mini is still alive. It's still alive.
the entry level with the new M1 chips.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a good price point to jump in on, but like unless you're intended not to keep it, if you're intended to upgrade it in like 3 years, it's a good purchase.
Well, I can start this delivery for Eric right now.
I'm gonna buy me this 4K monitor.
Yeah, the 16's good to last you. Will make it last even longer.
Marcus looks like he has many things to say, but I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't. Oh, yeah, because I'm playing it directly into the microphone.
But hold on, he can't hear me. But I can easily jump into an ad right now.
I'll hang up now so you guys can go back and conclude your show.
Thanks, Eric. Glad to see you're alive.
Bye. A voice for the dead, guys. Manny has conjured up a voice for the dead. He didn't even need a Ouija board. The motherfucker did it with technology, the app. But if you want to support Eric and get his back,
we didn't even need Papa Shango.
No, we got the voice of Eric. Eric, you say, come back, come back. But anyway, if you want to support Eric and his dead computer habits, even in death, he still would like to spend your money. Please buy a shirt from storefrontier.com/DSPN. That is storefrontier.com/DSPN. Bring his holiday of joy. Help him get his 4K monitor. Help him put food on his table. Help this brother out by getting his Mac Mini 16 gigabytes of RAM, because he's going to need it if he wants to come back to do this show. That's the only way he's going to want to produce this show correctly. If you want to see the production of this show go up, and I want to say like Cameron Grimes, to the moon! If you want to see us go to the moon, please, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, my gods, my kings and queens, buy some merchandise from storefrontier.com/DSPN. It won't hurt you at all. And that's for Roman Reigns. Buy some merch. Woo, that was a sales pitch.
That was a good sales pitch.
I really went in. I didn't expect to go that long. I was like, man, I could say more. But that's
so
it.
We're not going with my don't buy our merch thing anymore.
No, buy the goddamn merch. Buy it. Okay.
Don't buy our merch. Don't.
Buy the merch.
I dare you not to. I dare you.
You know what? Every time you guys don't buy merch, I'm going to do this in my microphone, which is going to annoy the hell out of you. It has to sound terrible, I think. That would sound terrible, I think.
You realize if you prompt that, if they prompt that, if you prompt them that you're going to do that sound, they can mute you.
Oh, you're right. They're right.
It's a bit like when I don't tell you when certain things happen on the show.
You know what? If I could eat a milkshake of cockroaches, I would do it. If I never have to see these two heifers, these cows, these charlatans, these backstabbing main eventers, like, this is disgust. I hate it. I hate them. Pay and Lele.
Pay.
Pay ho ho. I'm out of words. I'm gonna lose my voice.
So
we're supposed to go 7 more minutes, Manny. We end up going 24 more minutes on the show.
That's quick maths, Marcus. Well done.
Yep.
So I've been Lord Manny Hayes.
And I've been. Or he's been. Or I don't know how this works anymore. Fuck it. Oh, Marcus, the grand finale.
And you've been watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. See you on Tuesday. Peace.
Breath of fresh air. That's the only way to end the show. Like, I think my voice is shot from doing that video package. I have nothing left. But I have enough to say that I love Billie Kay. You deserve better. And I'm praying for you. I'm going to church tomorrow for Billie Kay. I haven't been to church in probably 20 years. But I'm going tomorrow to get on my knees and pray that Billie Kay gets something better than Lele and Pei and Natty as a tag partner. I'm praying for Bailey. Billie Kay.
Yeah, we want Billie Kay and baby.
Maybe Billie Kay and Adam Cole, baby, can team up too. Whatever works. I feel like she deserves it.
She really does.